On Saturday, Russians hit a school and a grain warehouse. On Sunday, sustained shelling of Kherson from across the river hit a medical facility. A shell landed next to a middle-aged man. Doctors did their best, but the shrapnel had pierced his brain. A warehouse and 2 cars on Tuesday. Those in the vehicle hit by the kamikaze drone were shaken. The other car caught fire as a result of being hit by the bullet. After firefighters extinguished flames, they found the remains of owner inside. 3 city employees were walking with a workday ahead of them. Fragments of the explosion injured 2 people. The third on the curb. A blue plastic sheet was laid over his body. The glass of the windows exploded everywhere and crackled under the feet. He offered assistance with free travel and accommodation. Besides artillery shells to be dodged, there was also a flood apparently unleashed by the Russians when Kakhovka Dam broke in June. After the Kakhovka Dam broke in June, people and their pets were rescued by volunteers and emergency responders using small boats. RamThe Guardian But last Thursday morning, almost a year after Ukraine liberated region, people at the city market were stocking up for another week on front lines. The Dnipro River divides the region into 2. The eastern side is still under Russian occupation. Freedom returned to western bank, where the city of Kherson adjoined coast. But peace was not achieved. In years since Ukrainian troops reached central Kherson, the Russians have fired hundreds of bullets, mortars, missiles and drones across river every day, killing about 397 people and wounding 2,057. According to local officials, a quarter of civilian deaths during the occupation were caused by shelling and mines. One of guns dropped from the sky a few weeks ago landed next to shop opposite Victoria's market stall. He was selling milk, cheese and sausages to a loyal customer. The shop owner went out to buy cigarettes. The charred shell of the store sits 2 meters from where Victoria sold an array of underwear, frilly, knickers and practical trousers, unicorn and rainbow ones for girls, boxers emblazoned with the words "I am not a morning person." He constantly corrects and corrects them. The Ed shop in the market opposite Victoria's stall. When this happened, I thought maybe it's time to evacuate, says Victoria, wearing a fleece hoodie as winter approaches. Like many people who spoke to The Guardian in Kherson, this is the first time he has asked not to be identified, name or nickname. After a few days, I calmed down. It is difficult to move it to another city. Some his friends went to Odessa and put hundreds of kilometers Ukrainian territory between them and the Russians. But they say everything is more expensive. Food, rent, life. Suddenly Victoria sobbed and turned away to compose herself. 2 stops later, Halyna's tears come too. He lives in Antonivka, a riverside suburb that has been the target of ever more violent attacks.